Hey, be amazed at the amount of life that's out here. Even when it's cold and wet, I don't see a lot of life, but I know it's out here. A lot of it's just based on the tracks. But on a warm spring, it's still winter day, the sun brings up these tiny little creatures, and millions of them. So it's one of the reasons why I don't invite people to eat snow. Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. And with every step, I know that I'm disturbing these small little creatures. It's such an important part of our ecosystem. They're actually very beneficial to trees and forests. They are our native decomposers. I'm sorry, this is not going to go over well, but basically, I see them, and I don't think the camera's going to do it justice, but I'm going to try anyway. Here we go. Indiana's going to give us a hand. So, down here, a lot of that's grit, but very, very small black little specks. If you spend enough time looking, they actually start hopping around. All right? So, what those are, I call them snow fleas, always have. But they're actually, a more colloquial name is going to be a springtail. There's a couple different kinds of springtails, but the one that makes its way from the leaf litter up through the snow layer to find the warmth, those are the springtails that we call snow fleas. So they've got legs, and they do sort of spring around, but they're not fleas. No, they've got no business being on an animal on you, so don't worry about that. Unless you're eating them, then it's a little bit of protein. But what they're actually doing, they're actually creating nitrogen by feeding on bacteria and fungi that's on the top layer of the soil, maybe right in the soil, but like in the leaf litter. In part, they actually start decomposing some of that leaf litter. Yeah, they'll go after some insect carcasses too, but they're in there. Now, the springtail that I call the snow flea, it's one of several, and it's the one that is very distinctive in its coloration. It'll come to the surface, and on a warm day like this, it's actually drawn up by the warmth of the sun, because there is a lot of bacteria, and there's a lot of micro debris that's been blown off tree trunks and off of branches all winter. So it's right on the layer. So what happens after 3 or 4 months of all this competition among all the varieties of springtails in the leaf litter, for these particular ones, their strategy is to find a new source of food. So while all the others are still in competition over that warming leaf litter beneath they are the one type that's going to come up. So that is their unique adaptation. They've got a very special chemical in their little body that's like an antifreeze. All right, so they can survive out in the snow. So they're literally just feeding off the bacteria and the fungi off of the smallest debris of dirt, or the bacteria that's in our atmosphere that's on the snowflakes. And yeah, at this time of year when it's warm out, they're everywhere. You take a step in the snow and you'll turn back, and it just starts to fill with these masses. Now they're about 1/16 of an inch. You're welcome, Americans. But here in Canada, they'd be about 1 millimeter. All right. You really have to stop and notice. And at first, you just think it's more a litter, but you'll start to notice the move. So I spend most of my day trying to get city kids not to eat the snow. And man, on a day like this, when I see them, yeah, that's the proof they need. Don't eat the snow. All right. Yeah, go find some. It's life out there. Wait for the warm day and the sun will bring them out to you. But stop, be mindful, notice, be curious, go outside. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.